Hello everyone, so today I'm in Istanbul. We're gonna go have a look at the apartment that I recently got renovated. So last year I bought an apartment here in the textile district in the core center of Istanbul near Osman Bey for $89,000 all in, including agency fees, stamp duty, etc. for a 68 square meter apartment, but it was a complete gut job. It used to be a textile workshop that we wanted to convert into a livable apartment. So it was quite the task. Right now it's a Saturday, so it's really calm. Usually during weekdays it's buzzing. So it's just textile shops pretty much everywhere. On a few stories here, etc. In some buildings you have some residential up there, but it's mostly, for example, this whole building here would be all just textile workshops, and you have the occasional apartment and office in there. But what we're seeing is increasingly people are coming here, they're purchasing these former textile workshops and turning them into apartments. All right, let's go. Welcome to one of my Istanbul properties. So as you can tell from the B-roll that's being added here, this place was a complete gut job. It was a textile workshop and it had to be converted into an actual livable apartment, so everything had to be redone. Electricity, plumbing, just everything from A to Z. So here's Angelina. So she is my interior designer. She ran with the whole project. It was entirely remote. I was in Latin America that whole time, so she took the keys, did everything, and then had the first people move into the apartment. I never had to set foot here during the whole project. So she's gonna show us the renovation job, and then we're gonna sit down together and do all of the numbers in terms of renovation costs, the yield, etc., etc. Angelina, thank you again.
You're very welcome. Hello. So we had to remodel this apartment totally. It was big, huge storage, open space, without any rooms. So we built a nice big bedroom with a special built-in big wardrobe.
So don't mind all the crap.
It's very comfortable. Yeah.
I have friends staying here.
Yeah, so people always use it this way. And we don't need any more wardrobes or any extra furniture to put clothes. So very important was to create dedicated working space, proper big table, very comfortable chair that you can have very comfortable space for doing your business. And of course, all the internet and all the electric supplies is here. Very important that the windows, it's high quality windows, double glassed windows that protect from the heat, from the cold, and from the noise. In Istanbul, streets are very noisy. We make it a special design with beautiful aluminum radiators, black colors, and with same style, black rail lightings with beautiful spot lighting. It was specially designed for this apartment. So we add and the wall lightings too. So it's a lot of lightings. You can use ceiling lightings, wall lightings. Depends how much light you wish in your room. Then we created a bathroom.
Yeah. So this whole walk-in wardrobe had to be built.
Yes, we built this wall and we built these walls. All these walls was built, and we designed industrial style of the bathroom that can match this style of the apartment. It's industrial district. It's around a lot of shops, so we wanted to match the style of the environment in this district, and it's urban modern apartment, very beautiful, my opinion. So the kitchen is open American kitchen. We used the handmade tiles, specially designed for this apartment. The features on the tiles, on the flooring, was designed by us, so it's only one of a kind, only for this apartment. And this apartment, as we mentioned, was just big space, didn't have balcony, so we built the balcony.
Yeah, so we're adding B-roll. You can see what it was before, and what it is now. So huge change. And from a value add,
Yes.
because you recommended this,
Yeah.
you said that, you know, in core Istanbul, there aren't that many balconies, so people really value them. And when there are balconies, they're quite small, and this one is quite large. I mean, a whole family can
Yeah,
eat
and
here.
also it has very nice green outside, and it's look at the backyard of the building,
I don't know,
so there is no noise and no cars.
I don't really see any green, but
No, there is. It's now summer started, so all green is
green will
gone.
come.
Heat killed the green.
cool. And then don't mind all the rat stuff, because my friends who are living here are into rats. So they're rat cages. We had to hide some of the other rat cages. There's like rat decoration, so they live with rats. But yeah, I'm not here to judge.
Also, we use some decorative painting to add the industrial style to design of the apartment. It's actually not Italian, it's a Turkish. Turkish has very nice paints varieties also and qualities. And of course, big kitchen. It's very important with the half island that replace the dining table.
Yeah, cool. All right, fantastic. Yeah, so let's sit down and do the numbers. So I paid $89,000 for this property, including all the agency fees, all the taxes, etc., for 68 square meters, so a bit over $1,300 a square meter. But as you can see from the B-roll, it was a complete gut job. And back then, Angelina, when we did the previous video, you had said that the renovation would cost approximately $400 a square meter,
Yeah.
but we went a bit over
Over
budget, essentially. So how much did the renovation cost? How much did we end up at on a per square meter basis? And why did we go over budget?
So the renovation cost a bit more than we were expected because we used high materials like aluminum, high quality radiators and handmade tiles. We add built-in wardrobe. We didn't plan that. While we start remodeling apartment, we add some more walls. So all that work cost more money, and we end up with the budget a little bit more than 500 USD per square meters. And total renovation cost is now around 35,000 USD.
Yeah, so a bit over $500 a square meter. And I think there's also inflation because we're seeing it everywhere.
Yeah, there are inflation, big inflation. There is inflation right now in Turkey. All the goods, materials, also price will raised in USD.
So even though the Turkish lira keeps going down, in terms of construction, etc., prices have been going up in USD terms. So if I were to make this same renovation now, 1 year later, how much would the budget be approximately in light of all of this inflation?
I think right now we're gonna renovate the same square meters apartment in this area. The budget will be a bit over 600 USD
Yeah, so
per square meter.
So about 20% inflation in dollar terms. It sounds brutal, but I'm seeing this in different markets. In Montenegro, for example, from 1 year to the other, I saw quotes going up 50% just due to inflation and cost of materials, minimum wage increases, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not just a Turkey phenomenon. You see it across a few different markets.
Yes, it's all over the world because we have clients that had property in other countries like in Mexico, in Panama. Even there, the renovation cost and good and materials price increased in USD terms.
So once we add, because we had to add as well furniture, aircon, appliances, how much extra was that?
It's about 7,000 USD.
Cool.
But right now, I think it also will be more than 7,000 USD, especially everything what is built or made from the metal, the price went up, like windows, radiators, air conditioners.
Yeah, I see the couch that you saw in the video. I was looking at the same couch for another apartment I have here. Back in September, I paid about $700 for it, and now the same couch, same company, about $900. So yeah, unfortunately,
It's like a 20% increased.
Yeah. No, big increases. So all in, this apartment, fully furnished, cost me $131,000. So Angelina, if I were to, because you also do sales, if I were to, let's say, hand this apartment over to you and say you're going to be in charge of selling it, what do you think the market price is approximately for this apartment now?
I think this apartment would cost around 175,000, 180,000 USD, maybe more, because also the prices on the property market were increased a lot. It's like 10% at least were increased since last autumn, but before last autumn were another increased around 10-15%. So some properties increased 30% even. So it's
cool.
You should just try to marketing.
So this 35% price increase, so you say 10% is due to the market and 25%?
Due to the renovation cost.
Okay.
To renovation quality, not cost, due to the quality of our renovations.
And because I think what's important to understand is it's not just renovating an apartment, it's turning a commercial unit into a residential unit, and then also adding a balcony in an area where there are very few balconies. So this balcony is quite a unique feature. So in terms of rent, so I have friends staying here, but the market rent for this place right now is $950. In my previous video, I think I had put 750, if I remember correctly, as an estimate, but I was trying to be conservative when I go into investments. So two things happened. One, the renovation came out essentially better than I expected, in the sense that this product is quite unique, so I can really command a premium. And again, when I'm saying 950 for this apartment, I'm being conservative. Because there are other apartments going for more, but I prefer to be conservative in my mind. So if I were to take this on a yearly basis, 950 times 12, based on my investment of 131K, this gets me a yield of about 8.6%. If we're going to take this number based on the sales price of, let's say, 177, that would get us a gross yield of 6.4%. So decent yield for a city of 20 million people to be in the core center for an affordable unit like this. It's also very liquid. I could sell it relatively quickly. So, you know, it's hard to find such deals on the long-term market in such international cities. And my costs are very low here. So my tenants essentially pay for everything, for all their utilities, the internet, all of that. The HOA, so the common charges of the building, are less than $10 a month. And there's a guy who's essentially working here downstairs from 6 to 6 every day on weekdays. And my property tax is only $120 a year. Yeah, you heard this correctly, $120 a year. So essentially all I have to pay for is management, which is roughly 10%, and even finding tenants in this market, it would be the tenants that would pay you. So if Angelina were to find tenants for me, the tenants pay Angelina. It's not for the landlord to pay. So essentially, I just need to pay Angelina 10% for management, because even finding tenants, if Angelina finds tenants for me, in Turkey, it's the tenants that pay the agent the fee, not the landlord. So I end up with a net yield that is really high, especially as it's core center of a city of 20 million people. So what does this mean? It means that the vacancy rate is essentially close to zero if my pricing is correct. Now, one of the issues is theoretically or legally, all contracts have to be in liras, but in reality, a lot of people have contracts in dollars. So people who invest here need to be able to manage the ambiguity.
Yes.
This place would also do quite well on Airbnb because of how central it is, how close it is to the metro station, literally a 2-minute walk away from here.
Yeah, it's a great apartment, downtown, central.
Yeah.
And this kind of apartment very popular on Airbnb. This area is a prime area for short-term rental.
Yeah. So my yield would probably even be higher on Airbnb. So Angelina is managing another one of my renovation projects here in the same neighborhood, actually. So this one is a much bigger project, much more complex. So we've been at it for a few months already. But yeah, it's gonna be an exciting one. So I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, it will be loft project.
Yeah,
it will be loft apartment.
It's a nice one. Very bright. It's great. So how many renovation projects have you managed here in Istanbul?
It's approximately 30 up to date for all these years.
Cool. And you deal with a lot of remote renovations?
Yes, we have clients that just remotely working with us, and they never have seen their properties.
Yeah.
Even before we started renovated, they didn't come and didn't check their property.
Oh, so you help them find the property,
yes,
renovate it, and then
we
find tenants?
Yeah, and then we're managing the property. We do property management.
And then a year later, they just kind of come?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they just come and see their 4 properties and
cool.
Surprise.
Yeah.
It's nice downtown, good area.
Cool, good. So it was the case for me as well. I was not here at all for the renovation process. I had my friends move in, and then I came and then just saw the result essentially. So it was done entirely remotely as I was spending 9 months traveling all over Latin America. Great. So Angelina, thank you. So if you are interested in getting in touch with Angelina for your renovation needs, etc., here in Istanbul, there is her email right below. Great. Angelina, thank you.
Welcome.
You can go to my website, thewanderinginvestor.com, and sign up to the private list. It's entirely free. This way you will be getting insider information as I travel around the world looking for opportunities. Lastly, feel free to follow me on Instagram at thewanderinginvestor. I look forward to hearing from you.